So, welcome children. Today I am going to teach you in computers variables. So, they are very important children. As the word variables indicate that it is something which changes. So, when we talk about variables in computer, these are values which changes during the execution of the program. Say for instance children, here I have taken an example x is equal to 10. In this example, x is a variable and 10 is a constant over here. In the second example, y is equal to 10 plus 5. So y is a variable over here and 10 plus 5 is an expression. And in the same way, z is equal to x plus y are here in a form of an expression and z is a variable. So children, when we talk about variable, we say that variable is a name given to a constant, or it is a name given to a value. Say for instance over here, this x is being given a name to a value 10. So we say that the other name of 10 is x over here. So that is what we say about a variable. And the first thing I have told you is that variables are something which may change during the execution of the program. Now children, when we talk about these variables, we are working in the memory of the computer, which we say as RAM. Say this is a RAM memory which I am talking about. In this memory, when I say x is equal to 10, a small memory location or a small memory cell is made in the memory, and this small location is named as x, and this value 10 gets stored in this location. So we can also say that this is a complete memory of computer and this is a memory cell or a memory location. So we can say that this variable is the address of this memory location inside which a constant is stored. So there are a few definitions to variables. First is that variables are those values which changes during the execution of the program. The second is that variables are the names given to some values. And the third thing I am telling you is that whenever you write a variable, a memory cell is allocated in the memory of the computer, and this memory cell is given the address x. So we say that variable is an address of the memory cell inside the memory of the computer. Now children, when we talk about computers, when we declare or when we use variables, we have to use it with their data types. That is, for example, if I want to use this, I have to use a data type that is x is equal to 10. That means I have declared this variable of type integer, and I have told you in primitive data type that integer data type holds 4 bytes of data. So when I am talking about this variable of type integer, it is going to occupy this memory cell, or it is going to make this memory cell in the memory of the computer, which will be of 4 bytes. So since the location stored by an integer data type is 4 bytes, say if I say some variable is of byte y is equal to say 20. So here I am declaring a variable y of type byte in Java. So when I use byte, so byte means that it is going to occupy 1 byte of memory in the computer, and it can hold only a range of value which is defined under this data type. So children, when we are using variables in Java, we have to do two things. First is we have to declare a variable that we called as declaration, and the next is we initialize a variable. So using a variable in Java is a two-step process. First is we declare a variable, and the next is we initialize a variable. And children, declaration of variable is done by this syntax. First of all, we write data type, that is the primitive data type or any data type of Java, and then we have the variable name. That is a variable and it is terminated by a semicolon. Say for example, this is the syntax. For example, if I want to declare this variable, I say int x. This is declaration of variable. So this is called as simple declaration. Now children, I can declare variables with other data type also. I can declare a variable of char data type, I can declare a variable of float data type. I can declare a data type of double, say double A. Any data type I can declare, and all these declarations which I am doing over here are called as simple declaration. Now there is one more thing, children. I can even declare more than one variable of the same data type in the same statement. That is example, next example, that is 2. I can even declare two variables or more than two variables of type integer by writing the statement, that is by writing the data type followed by the list of variables separated by comma. Like for example, I want to declare two variables A and B of type double. I can write them like this. Now this type of declaration, this is called a simple declaration, and when I declare more than one variable with a single statement, I call it as multiple declaration. So this declaration can be done. Now children, when I declare a variable, after declaring a variable, I also initialize a variable. So initialization of variable, I do it by this method. Say I want to initialize these variables. So the syntax for initialization is variable is equal to value. And when I am talking about value, children, it can be a constant value, it can be an expression, or it can be a variable also. So when I want to declare this value, so I write it x is equal to 10. So this is the first step I do, int x, that is declaration, and here I am saying x is equal to 10. So this is a two-step process. So if we see what I have done, int x, this is declaration, and x is equal to 10, this is initialization. Now children, there is one more way of declaring and initializing a variable where I combine both of them into one statement. And that I do like this. The syntax to it is data type, whatever data type we want to declare a variable, then we have variable, and then we have value. And this I do like this. If I want to combine both these statements, int x is equal to 10. Here what I have done, children, I have declared as well as I have initialized my variable in a single statement. This is a declaration as well as initialization. Now children, when I initialize a variable, initialization of variable is done by two ways, and these two ways are static and dynamic initialization. So two ways of initializing a variable are static initialization and second is dynamic. Now children, what is static and dynamic initialization? When I declare a variable, this is declaration and initialization in a single line like this. I have declared a variable of type integer and I have initialized it with the value 10. This is static initialization, where initialization is done in a single step. Say for example, I say like this. So this is, children, this is again static initialization. But if I say, children, int say z is equal to a plus b. Now children, when this statement is written, the value of z is not initialized first. The program is compiled, then the program is executed, and after execution this expression is solved and you get a result, and that result gets stored in z. So the initialization is done after the program gets compiled, executed, and when this expression gets evaluated, that evaluated value gets stored into z. This type of initialization is called as dynamic initialization. Now children, there are some other ways of initialization also. I can initialize many variables like this through a single statement. This is called as multiple declaration and initialization. So I have initialized three variables of type integer in a single statement. This is called as multiple declaration and initialization. And in the same way, children, I can initialize a comma b comma c. This is declaration, and I can even declare it like this: a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 10. Now in this is multiple declaration, and this is again multiple initialization with the same value. So we call it as chaining of initialization. So children, these are various things or various different ways in which we are using variables and in which we are using their initialization different methods. Now children, one more thing, when we declare a variable and when we initialize a variable is a place in a program where we declare. So when we'll be writing Java programs, so children, we write a Java program in a class. Say I have written a class ABC and this is the scope of the class. So all the statements written within these two braces, within these two pair of braces will be called as the statements of a class. So anything which I declare, not initialize, anything which I declared in a class is available to me in this entire class. So this is called as the scope of the variable. So if I declare a variable in a class, that variable is available to me within the whole class. That is called its scope. Now children, within a class, we'll be learning that we'll be making some methods. Like here, I am making a method. Method is a sub-program within a class. So when I write a method, this is entire class and this is a method. This is the scope of a method. Now children, if I declare a variable, say in a method, now this variable is only available to me within this method. So the scope of this variable by is only the method. So this is called as a method variable. And this is called as a class variable. We are going to learn more about these class variables. Now children, any variable which is defined within a method, it has to be initialized. Otherwise the compiler gives an error. But any variable declared within a class like these variables, if you don't initialize these variables, then the compiler automatically initializes these variables with the default values through a constructor. So children, what are those default values? So I am going to just discuss those default values also. These default values, these are the values which are given to the variables declared within a class if the user does not initialize them with any value. So children, we have different data types. Byte, for byte the default value is 0. Then the next value, children, is short, and for short the default value is 0. Then the next value comes as integer, again the value is 0. Then we have long, the value is 0L or 0L in capital or in small. Then children, we have the next data type, that is float, and for float the default value is 0.0f, small f or capital F. Then we have a value double, and for double the default value is 0.0d or 0.0 capital. Now for the value char, we have the default value as null, and for the value boolean, we have the default value as false. And for any reference data type, we have studied about reference data type, the default value is none. So children, if I am declaring a variable within a class, the variable declared within a class are of two types. It is instance variables and class variables. And if I don't initialize them with any value, then these default values are automatically assigned to these class variables. But any variable which is defined within a method or within any local block, it has to be initialized by the user, otherwise the compiler gives them error. So children, this is regarding the variable. They are very important, and the next topic we are going to continue will be an expressions in Java. Thank you very much.